Explosive. At Wembley, England's unbeaten streak crashes into Australia's juggernaut, 13 straight wins, but one debutant could shatter the Kangaroos' dynasty. Will a shock try in Golden Point rewrite history? Or does the Green Machine roar back? The twist no one sees coming. It starts with a single, seismic tackle. Smash like if you're pumped for Ashes fire, subscribe to Aussie NRL updates and comment England upset or Kangaroo crush? Bell on, preview ignites now. Flashback to 2017. Brisbane's cauldron boils under floodlights, England claws to the World Cup final against the invincible Kangaroos, hearts pounding like war drums in a coliseum of 43,000 roaring souls. James Tedesco, Australia's fullback fortress, stands tall as the whistle shrieks, but Darius Boyd slices through, grounding the only try in a 6-0 defensive masterclass that etched eternal scars on English pride. That night wasn't just a game, it was a symphony of savagery, tackles like thunderclaps, offloads defying gravity, Cameron Smith puppeteering from dummy half like a chess grandmaster in the trenches. 8 years later, the ghosts rise at Wembley, where 80,000 believers pack the arches, chanting for vengeance under a London sky heavy with unfinished business. Australia's reign? 13 merciless victories since 1995, a streak forged in blood and brilliance, turning the Ashes into a one-sided slaughterhouse. Yet England, under Shaun Wane's iron fist, has morphed from wounded lions to prowling predators, unbeaten since that 2022 semi-final gut punch to Samoa, a 34-18 demolition of the same foes just weeks ago, fueling fires that could scorch the outback. Picture Herbie Farnworth, the Brisbane exile turned English spearhead, eyes locked on payback against his old Broncos mates, his carries like battering rams echoing the fury of a betrayed brother. Dom Young, the NRL speed demon now donning the three lions, licks his lips at the thought of outpacing Josh Adokar in a wing showdown that screams redemption. Wayne, the grizzled Wigan warrior who tasted Super League glory, paces the sidelines, his growl a battle cry, "We're not here to bow, we're here to bury the myth." But here's the heart-stopper cliffhanger. Australia's new blood, Reece Walsh, the electric Bronco flyer debuting at number 1 after his grand final heroics, lines up against a Lions pack that's home soil hungry, and one mistimed kick could unleash pandemonium. Aussie NRL updates, your pulse on every try, tackle, and triumph down under. Surprise detonates in the Kangaroos camp. Gone is the 2024 Pacific Championship skeleton, backline gutted for fresh fire, Walsh vaults Dylan Edwards to the bench, a seismic shift from Mal Meningah's war room that whispers evolution or peril? Nathan Cleary, the Panthers' premiership puppet master with 4 rings glinting like war medals, slots in at number 7, his boot a laser-guided missile ready to carve English defenses like a hot knife through fog. Beside him, Cameron Munster, the Storm's sly fox, weaves magic at 5/8, his sleight of hand offloads a nightmare for John Bateman's bulldozing forwards. Captain Isai Yeo anchors the pack, a Penrith colossus whose 2024 grand final grit turned tides, now tasked with smothering George Williams darting runs from Super League's engine room. Wings ignite with Mark Nawakanitaways, the rugby union convert who topped NRL try charts in a Roosters rampage, his Fijian flair a wildcard against Jack Wellsby's pinpoint bombs. Gehamat Shibasaki, the Roosters' grand final ghost who haunted the Dragons' claim center, his power lines poised to pulverize Harry Newman. Adokar, the fox with blistering pace, lurks opposite Tom Johnstone, a duel of sprinters that could explode into highlight reel tries or bone-crunching intercepts. The forward freight train rolls with Payne Haas' Queensland Fury, Lindsay Collins' relentless charges, and Angus Crichton's NSW steel, a blend of state of origin venom ensuring every meter costs blood. Meningah, the Maroons' legend-turned-selector sage, eyes this tour as World Cup rehearsal, his charges fresh off NRL glory but jet-lagged into Wembley's roar. Yet the moment of shock drops like an anvil. England's exiles, Farnworth, Young, Bateman, even AJ Brimson poached from the NRL, form a fifth column, their intimate knowledge of Aussie tactics a dagger at the heart, turning brotherly bonds into battlefield betrayals. As kickoff looms at 3:30 p.m. AEDT, under Bon Jovi's pre-game serenade that amps the electric air, one question hangs like a noose: can Cleary's clutch gene outfox Wayne's home soil sorcery, or does a debut fumble hand England the keys to the kingdom? Deep in Wembley's bowels, hours tick like a fuse to Armageddon, where history's hammer hovers over the Ashes anvil. Australia's 3-0 whitewash in 2003 a dusty relic, but England's 1970 series scalp a phoenix from forgotten flames, their last bilateral triumph a whisper of what if. Fast forward, Samoa's 2022 semi-upset cracked the Kangaroos' armor, Tonga's Pacific punches landing haymakers, yet Mal's men rebounded undefeated in 2024, a 20-14 final grind over the mate Mai Tonga proving resilience runs deeper than the Outback Red. Now, flipped fates, the 2025 tour a last-minute masterstroke, Aussies as tourists after calendar chaos, Wembley the Coliseum where underdogs dream. Shaun Wane, the Lancashire Lionheart who dragged Wigan to immortality, drills his pride with a ferocity born of 32 Canberra winters, his philosophy simple: play like kings, not courtiers. Mikey Lewis, Hull KR's breakout buccaneer, eyes half-back glory, his quicksilver feet a threat to Munster's throne. Jez Litton hooks with Hull FC's grit, Jake Wardle centers with Wigan's weave, while Victor Radley, the Roosters' English import, packs down with prophetic fire, his origin omission fueling a vendetta against Haas Heat. The Lions bench bubbles with beasts like Mike McMeekin and Morgan Smithies, ready to surge like tidal waves crashing Sydney shores. Off-field, the narrative swells, this isn't mere rubber, it's revival. 54,569 tickets snapped up matching 1990s frenzy, a generation starved for kangaroo conquests on home turf. Bon Jovi's halftime huddle with the Aussies? A rockstar blessing masking nerves, as John's gravelly-awed helmetless warriors underscores the raw romance. But the storytelling pivot hits like a blindside. Australia's squad, a post-grand final cocktail of Panthers, Broncos, and Storm survivors, carries the weight of dynasty defense, yet debut jitters from Shibasaki and Nawakanitaways could gift Golden Point glory. England, unbeaten beasts feasting on Samoa scraps, smell blood in the jet lag, a high ball hanging eternally, contested by Walsh and Wellesby, where one fumble flips fates. As anthems thunder, cleats dig into turf slick with destiny's due, the cliffhanger coils. Will Yeo's leadership lasso victory from the brink, or does Farnworth's fury forge an English epic for the ages? Aussie NRL updates, lock in for live Ashes heat, non-stop NRL Nitro. Like, share, comment, predict the score. Kangaroos by how many?